The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 19 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. They'll start out here with the option left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense for the Commanders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Chase Young.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that #2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 113 yards and a score.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. They'll set up a throw.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
All the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Second and 6. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
They'll start with the option.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He'll look to throw.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down. But they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. They run. Robinson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. The quick slant caught.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. We're scoreless after 1. second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now the try here for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 5.
Throws the out route and finds Claypool.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Washington on 3rd down.
2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw.
Complete, it's Dotson. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
He's got room at the 30.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 43 yards.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds.
Try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground with Robinson here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
A give left side to Robinson to the 43, 2nd down.
They'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Chase Young
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Robinson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Washington on 3rd down.
3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
As San Francisco's offense returns to the field,
they've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
To throw, it's Lance. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Jonathan Allen busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here's Joseph Charlton now
as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this 1st half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start with an NFC East battle and a classic one, New York and Philadelphia. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Josh Reynolds, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mac Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Second and 3. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The drive stays alive. 3rd down, gain of 8.
Look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give to Robinson on the option.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he's got some space here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And San Francisco gets set to go here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Flushed out right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
From the 31, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Lance now on 1st down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
30, 10, 5.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Lance.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Lance.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance got a man. That's Ayuk. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. Now Lance.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
shotgun now for Lance.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Now Lance again.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Oh, look at this play call. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football, understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On the give, here's Robinson. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Throwing now is Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Jamal Agnew
From 8 yards out.
and the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 24.
Commanders 38, 49ers 14.
A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Robinson with another carry.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tear it like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Here's Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. On 2nd and 10, Lance. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
One final try now for Lance.
He sets to fire deep. And is caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. And by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington,
they remain in the hunt for a 1st-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.